if you're well coordinated enough, will they be able to catch up, or can the Chicken Champions edge it out and be our match 2 victors?
That's right, because the Cuddle Crew is now bumped out. The Chicken Champions are holding it. Little Whip Warriors have scored, though. 1 minute left here. Uh-oh. Raven's Revenge coming up as well, as is the Fish Fam. This is actually getting closer than we would have thought. They're close to pushing out the Cuddle Crew and Llamas.
Yep, and Little Whip Ninja also getting the 5 points there. Will be able to overtake. Don't forget, you don't want to end up 4th to 8th. It's all about at least breaking in the top 4 to get a little bit of the differentiation there in the prizing. But the Chicken Champions are pulling ahead. They're keeping that 25-point difference so far between the Little Whip Warriors. Little Whip needs to find a coordinated run with 10-point props in these last 30 seconds, or they're not going to get it. Meanwhile, Bensor running that statue in, trying to lock up everything he can for the lead, and he's being extremely patient with it. Taking a corner run, finding everything he needs to do. Little Whip does get a 5 and a 10, and they're still now only 20 points behind, but Bensor is going to be able to lock that one up from there. 5 points, 25, 15 seconds left. The Chicken Champions are sitting pretty.
Yes, that's right. If the Little Whip Warriors don't score big right now with all big props, it's going to be all over in 3 seconds. And it's not going to be enough here because the Chicken Champions, they actually pushed the lead even further.
Did you see what happened at the last second?
They did score.
No. Raven's Revenge grabbed a 2-point prop, hard ran all the way through.
On est alive.
Every little interaction mattering, that was it. But the Chicken Champions, one might be able to say that was excellent. They were able to tend to defend that title for the match 2 victory and putting them in a good spot to contend for the set 2 Llama.
You can see the excitement there on their faces as they just realize, hey man, we got this. We're in the running here. The Junkyard Juke could be ours.
And you can see they're still talking gameplay right now. Like, they want to know, what can we do more? That play you did right there was awesome, but they want the next one because there's 3 matches for each one of the sets. And a win there would put them in a fantastic spot to get the 2nd Silver Llama. You need that in order to be in contention. And if they're able to split it up away and deny it from the Funky Fighters, the field's wide open.
Yes, it's not over yet. That's just another team who takes a victory here, making it that much closer of a running so far. And we saw the Ravens Revenge kind of sneak up too. You need as many points as possible. The bigger the placement, the better the prize as well for the round, so you can't just give up either. You got to push it all the way to the final moment.
And hey, hats off to whoever's call that was on Ravens Revenge. That was a brilliant decision, showing exactly why you were able to qualify for the Fortnite World Cup Creative Finals, why you're playing on that stage. Those are the big plays, but again, brilliantly done from the Chicken Champions. Consistent runs, stuck to their statues, stuck to their routes, and took the corners. And now we're actually going to have a chance to talk to our Chicken Champions, the match 2 champions. Zeke has them up there on the top floor. Zeke, what do you got for us?
What's going on, guys? I'm hanging out with the Chicken Champions, guys. That game was insane. Feathers were flying, and you guys clutched it up. Did you figure out the strategy? Because you guys were well and ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, we practiced yesterday, and everything is thanks to this guy. This guy always goes for the 10 points, always, and he always gets it. So thanks to you, man.
All right, then I'm coming to you, Mr. Carey. What was the strategy? How did you get the 10 points in there? Was it the same every time? Did you switch things up?
Yeah, go for the 10 points each time and do the same strategy, and it seems to work.
So in this intense game of red light, green light, were you like stopping early, or were you just like going as far as you could go and then waiting for someone to spot you and stopping, or what was your plan?
I'm taking it very patiently.
All right, now over to you guys. What do you guys think of this game mode? Has it been everything you thought it's been?
Yeah, it's great. We had a game plan. We definitely did what we came to do, and yeah, that's what we expected. So.
Very well executed. You did not lay an egg. All right, final question for you. I want to give you the chance to tell the world, you know, all the fans something. What do you want to tell them?
Thanks for the support from Spain, for the other world, and my team is it's good in this mode, and will we win the next match?
There you go. The excitement is real. Gentlemen, congratulations. Best of luck going forward. We're sending it back your way.
Brilliantly done there from the Chicken Champions. Thank you so much, Zeke. They're excited to be there. They stuck to their gameplay. And shout out to Bensor. The one thing he was looking for. Turned to him and was like, it's all him, man. He put the team on his back or put the team in his dumpster. I don't know, that normally that wouldn't be a good thing, but in this circumstance, hey, it worked out for him.
Yeah, another prop to Kyoto as well. The only, or one of 2 controller players here, you know, in the creative finals, so very nice of him to kind of represent for those guys as well. And again, just showing that he's got the moves out there.
He had the moves, was able to find the right angles, and now we've seen some developments from match 1 to match 2.
Yep.
What was the big thing that stuck out from you that was different?
And that last one, honestly, finally seeing someone pick up those 2-point props, right? Using those are points right there. But with that, we'll jump over to Bala. We'll take a fun look at some of the things that developed in our last few moments.
Thank you so much, guys. Yes, the Junkyard Juke is developing nicely. Everybody's starting to figure out what all the different tools and props they have available to them. So with that, we're going to hop into some of the tips and tricks that I've seen from the Junkyard Juke so far. We can roll the clip right now as all these players. The first thing I want to point out is there are these springboards. Unfortunately, Dan Yen gets picked out of the sky there. Not too happy about that. But moving on to Tomoya using the statue. This is one of the interesting scores I saw with the statue, those higher point objects being useful. Scissors here with the springboard, the recovery, and doesn't get into the incinerator at the last second. And then here we have Tomoya, we have again, just an awesome run towards there, looking like a scene out of everybody, you know, crossing the street at the same time. Here's Dracius hitting some amazing shots through the black. And then he just continues shooting, just hoping that he can get a shot. This is the other team, the Cuddle Crew, doing the same thing, but then also synchronizing, making sure they have coverage on all angles. Finally, Tomoya made some amazing calls. We'll listen to them in a second, but this is what he did, always timing it perfectly so that he can get in and make sure that his teammates also go at the same time and make it into that incinerator. So we're gonna head and listen to what those communications were like from Tomoya and team. In this one, they made sure the countdown was perfect.
2, 3, 4, 10. I scored 10. I scored 10. We are both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. Oh, they kill me. If they don't kill me, I score 10.
Don't
1, 2, 3,
okay, I got 5.
4. I got 10. No! He killed me. We are strong team.
Yeah,
I scored 0 in the second round, that's the problem.
I scored 0 in the first one, so
Like,
we are all close points.
je sais pas.
There you go, the Funky Fighters. You know they won the first Silver Llama. We're gonna see if they can win the next one. We got one more match here on Junkyard Juke to go, and we'll see who will come out on top with the Silver Llama from this. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Bala, for that great breakdown. Listening to the comms, that's one thing I hadn't considered. I always just kind of like, yeah, it's going to come up now. But these guys all on comms talking, have one guy counted out. That guy's just like a metronome. Make sure he has it on the dot every single time. Brilliantly done from them. But will they be able to take back that top spot? We've seen them do it. If they can grab that Silver Llama, they'll be in such a good spot. But right now, they aren't seeing the same success they saw before.
Yeah, you want to get the Silver Llama, but to get there, you got to make a new strategy. I think that right there, there was a lot of information in that bit right there. You kind of noticed the team synergy, and he said something very important in his interview there. Talked about being patient. You really have to be patient. You can't let the frustration get to you. You saw Scissors very expressive on the cam. Just, it's hard to get the pointer, and that's what I talked about before this whole thing started. I said, trust me, this is a lot harder than you guys think. You might just, you know, oh yeah, I'll turn it into something and run it through. Nah, man, you're gonna get shut down.
But I mean, it's just like, if you think about it, it's the mental aspect that really comes with it. If you're able to frustrate somebody else, then they're that much more off their game. If these guys are all great at that, coming through from some of the Death Run qualifiers, it makes it that much harder. But thank you guys so much for joining us here. And again, don't forget, there is a fantastic, awesome event-specific merch starting here right now, today on the 26th. You can also get it on retailrow.com. Make sure you celebrate the event. Remember it, grab some from your friends, your brothers, your family, people who couldn't be here, and celebrate the first ever Fortnite World Cup.
Yeah, you saw some of your favorite pros and competitors here rocking that new swag. Definitely loving it. All types of collaborations going on here. I love it when Fortnite releases new gear, you know? This kind of allows me to always spice it up.
I'm always a fan of anything Fortnite swag. That's pretty much like 98% of my wardrobe at this point. I mean, love the logos, love the bright colors, but enough from us. Match 3, set number 2, the final one on the original version of Junkyard Juke before we see the remix later on. Are you guys ready?
That's right.
And let's begin. The first round is on their way. Match number 3, set number 2. Who will be able to incinerate the props the most? Who will push out to the lead? And can anybody upset the funky fighters who took that first lobby? You need to make sure they don't get this one here. And basically, everyone's first place.
Yep, and you can see there, Taldak did land a shot straight through the curtain. Very nicely done. Another kind of lane, right? You want to look at your lane, see which lane is available to you that's easy to maneuver the objects you want to bring through. Vitex, for example, here.
The junkyard, you're a little bit in one of those desert biome situations. There's a lot of kind of muddle grounds and oranges around there. It makes it that much harder to stick out. However, if you if you're grabbing the snowman, you're just really flexing on everyone. It's like, yeah, I'm a snowman. I'm a snowman in the desert, and I'm gonna score on you.
That's pretty hilarious because, you know, we haven't seen anyone pull out the weird objects in the back end for good reason. There are a couple other fun ones back there. If we get a pan around later, you'll probably notice a big old snowman or something like that. But with all this money on the line, there's no way anyone has time to play around like that.
You can't play around because every single one of those runs matters. And right now, we see Sunshine Soldiers swapping over. They've already put in 2 2-point props, so need to be slightly more efficient on those runs. But good job getting on the board consistently. And as we say that 5-pointer goes in, boom, they're ahead of the Funky Fresh, who have had a singular 10-point run. So trying to get every possible point. It's all about min-maxing efficiency.
Honestly, the Little Whip Warriors are doing a great job at defending here. They all have a ton of eliminations. Taldak at 6, Taco at 5, Kaz and Ninja both tied at 7. That is pretty good. They're shutting down all of their lanes. These guys are not here to play. Remember, as you're a guard, you don't accumulate any points, so it's good. They're knocking this out the way, and they're doing a great job defending.
Keeping them out, making sure you find the right lane angles, and also sometimes just putting shots out in the right spot. You just need to be able to consistently deny as much as possible. And Taldog, that was sick!
I was like, are you behind that? Yeah, what's that? Didn't see that there before, didn't see that either. Taldog doing a good job so far. Spotting things through the curtain. Let's see if he can find another here. The random shot. Oh, something landed. That's why you don't want to hit those spring traps there.
They make it so difficult when you're a larger object coming back down because it's just so much motion on the screen. When everything else is still, if you see that thing falling through, like, it's an easy shot. And particularly for all of these players up there. I mean, Gotaga and Crew, everyone on Raven's Revenge, him, Magma, RTA, and Chappie, all have been able to hit their shots. And then, I mean, Little Whip Warriors is a team of hit your shots.
That's right. And there it is. Last opportunities to make a point have just concluded. And that was the first round. There are 4 of these, so we're going to switch up the guards now. Little Whip Warriors get a chance at, you know, trying to earn some points, and as do the others. The next round will begin.
That dragon's so cool. That's so cool. Look at that. Yo,
almost looks real.
Yo, shout out to the observers. That shot right there, that's really cool. Big fan of it going out. And as you can see now, round 2 is underway. This is the final match on Junkyard Juke of set 2. And right off the bat, 2 archery targets and a water heater marching on out.
Yep, that archery target is worth 10 points, though. So if you can bring that all the way through, it's one of the, I guess, smaller, large point objects. Magma doesn't even care. He's impatient. He saw the blinds open up. He just kept going. Savenoff did pump the brakes, though. Even right here, notice, stops very early. He's just trying to blend in and get as many points as possible right here.
Ooh. Did get picked up. It might have been the book there. That's the one thing that you need to note that makes it very difficult about the bullseye or the archery target is the fact that because it has those placed legs, you have to be deliberate about where you're setting down. Otherwise, you're right, like, boom, right there. That book would be a giveaway if somebody decided to look down and double check that box. But there's 6 other boxes around, so relatively safe. Good path chosen there from Tyler, and opposite stop and being, you know, a little bit of patient, and might have cost him there. I think he would have had it if you just go full send, and I think he thinks so too.
Yo, it makes me laugh to see him scratch his head, his jaw drops like, oh, being so close and not making it through is so unfortunate. Taudak is going to find a little bit of success there as the Suezo, and you saw Alex J for a bit is very close to scoring as well. Here's Zan from the Fish Fam, representing, hugging really close to that cactus. So long as he's not pushing through it, yeah, he is going to be able to sneak on out. He kind of hiccups there. He's going to go all the way. He doesn't care if the curtain comes down. He sneaks right underneath Tomoya. And his team of top Funky Fighters are at 35 points now in the guard tower. They can't earn anymore.
And that was a great run there by Zandy Knight as he spent us waiting till the blinds go down, making sure he can find an angle, and then pushing in towards. Needs to be careful of that spring right there, but doesn't matter. Gets picked up anyway as he's like, hey, there wasn't a card there before. Alex JJ now looking to find a top, but again, good stops at the same time, but particularly if you have two people taking the same path as the same item, it kind of has a little bit more of a benefit because you're like, yeah, those were both there behind. There's no way those are both props.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, you know what? Honestly, if you see a bunch of the same things, they blend in a little more. It's when something's an oddball that you really start to shoot. So maybe it is a good idea to time it, right?
But there's split spawns, so you don't always consistently, there's different spawn points around the map that have the different exits as you go out, so you can coordinate with a teammate, or what you can also do is sort of bait somebody else to do it, right? So you see somebody is running an archery target, and you're like, okay, I'm just going to grab that too, and then you follow their path. And if they get picked up, oh, well, you look slightly more natural, particularly if you're that much more patient. And you can see Svenos is actually doing that right now with Carnifex, both of them going into the box. Svenos does hit the spring, is hanging out behind the car, and will get the score. That was a great run from him.
Yeah, he actually recognized Horazi was not looking down in the right direction, so he took advantage of that. Funky Fighter let his guard down for just a second there. He did manage to sneak on through, so that was the big point there in the final seconds as this round is now coming to a close there. Next round is going to begin. We're going to switch up the guard.
Hop, hop.
Ensor is going in for the 10-point prop right away. Kutu does get the Mimic, but then opts to go for a different route as players are starting to feel a little bit of the pressure here. You can tell they need to score points. It's the first time we're starting to see some gnomes out there and another teddy bear on the run.
That's right, Kantaka representing here. He's putting himself straight behind every object that he can. I love that they're using the smaller objects. It's so much easier to score with those. When you bring those big ones out, it really is hard. He actually put himself inside the truck. You see that? He's following Kuta so close here. Just gotta use him as bait, really. As you get behind him, he's safe.
Yep, because they don't think they're going to fire twice in there. That's the benefit of it. But right away, you see Kaz, Taco, Chappie. Great little run there from the Little Whip Warriors. That's going to push them back into contention. They're 65 points currently, but a dumpster going in from Hand of Blood. There's another 10 points for Llama Records, though, pushing them up to 90. And they were the winners of that first match. So if they can hold on, they know they'll be the guards in the final round. They need to build up as much of a lead as possible here.
Carraro actually has 15 eliminations, so he had a super successful guard round, but the Chicken Champions need to get picked up here. They need these points. And there it is. He's doing a lot of work for his team, showing that, hey, I can push us up here too. Just gonna go ahead and take that 5-pointer, throw him right over the Fish Fam now. They're in the top 3 running.
That was a great run from him. Corner peeked the entire time, made sure nobody was looking for him. Like, he was barely threatened, but right now, Bensor coming through. The Chicken Champions, can they overtake in the last minute? That's 10 more points. That is going to go through for them, and starts pushing up. Llama Records needs to get in some runs. The Chicken Champions will not be on the defense with them for the last one, so they're pushing it through. Right now, it is the Sunshine Soldiers and the Fish Fam up there, so they're doing their best to delay everyone. Sandy gets picked off by Tyler, and now Carnifex is chilling in the back on that rusted out car. Hand of Blood just barely avoids the shot. Just going through there, the Tracers finding a way through the window, but not enough as Dracius gets in. 2 more 10-point props. Also going over, and we're seeing a little bit closer of a score here, minus the fact that the Chicken Champions haven't shot.
Yeah, this is pretty rough. Neither have the Llama Company. The Llamas have not shot, went into the guard tower at all. You can tell because when we
qu'il a pris
go
la
to their
sauvegarde.
POVs, they don't have any limbs, so they have not taken a run yet.
Yes, excuse me, I misspoke there, meaning the chicken champions had already shot.
Oh,
in fact,
okay,
they're
okay.
already
Yeah,
up
so
to
they're
second.
doing great.
Llama, yeah,
They're doing great.
Llama needs to press on it. The only team who really has a definitive lead right now is the chicken champions. Effectively, they're up 30 points on the rest of the field because Cuddle Team and Llama Record Code both have to shoot.
Oh.
Here in the last couple of seconds, if something can't get processed, oh, the poor Burger at the very end.
Burger did not get processed. We like it, never frozen there. Brilliantly done. Doesn't find it. Great work from coming out, and Carnifex doing a great job. Round 4 will begin. It's going to be the last match, and we're going to see what the line is going to be. Who is up in the tower? Who will be able to defend? And can they hold them off? Again, it's Llama Record Co. and the Cuddle Crew up there.
Gotaga
It's already up there. And you can see the chicken champions were able to connect, so it's all about can a Little Whip and them catch up. They need a fantastic run, and they have to do everything to deny them, and you can see right away already tunneling in on those 10-point props.
Yeah, the Cuddle Crew cannot earn points. The chicken champions already have the lead. They just kind of continue to press on here. Llama Records are up at their run, but it still matters. There's so much on the line for depending on each game, right? Each game is worth so much. You still want to hold your placement regardless of what. This is still a fantastic game for all the teams in the top 3 right now.
And I mean, we saw the Ravens come up huge in their last match, pushing all the way from 7th into 3rd because of clutch last-minute decision-making. Right now, Little Whips are trying to do everything they can to catch up with the chicken champions and not deny them. Ninja still sticking with the water heater runs, trying to get as many of those in, but the chicken champions are still stretching out their lead. They have a 25-point lead, which means the Little Whip Warriors have to either start fast running with the 5-point props or switch to 10-point props. They cannot catch them doing a patient 5-point strategy right now. They won't have enough time with how good the chicken champions have been. They have been the prop masters so far.
Yes, they have. They were doing so good, and oh no, Ninja hits a huge spike there. He's trying to dodge, and he's so close to making it through. Very, very close. Here comes a 10-pointer from Taldoc. Sneaks it right in. That's great for the Little Whip Warriors. That's actually going to throw them over the Llama Record Company right there. Cuddle Crew actually is somehow up. The Little Whip Warriors actually went to 2nd place now. They're so close to overthrowing the Chicken Champions as well.
It's going to come down to the last final moments. Can the Little Whip Warriors get the runs they need to? You can see Kaz is taking the corner route, trying to find whatever he can, and doing it very well so far. Avoiding the jump pads there. Pretty sure Ninja called those ones out on the run since he hit them on the last time. You can see they're only 20 points down. They're all on 5-point props right now. They will be able to do it, but all of a sudden, Fish Fam is right there as well. They're only 25 points up. Here comes a rotation of prop. 5 points will be coming across for the Little Whips. Fish Fam also getting it, but Cuddle Crew does finally get pushed up there. Brilliantly done. 15 points now separates them, but Ryan gets one in for the Tender Defenders, pushing it back up to 25 with only 30 seconds remaining. Rubius knows if he can get this water heater in, if he can be safe. Oh, apologies, hidden so well. He was the statue going on there. And as you can see, hits the jump pad, stays on the corner, will get it in. That's going to push them 30 points clear. But as I say that, Fish Fam catches right back up. 19 seconds left, Monster, in the final match of set 2. The final match, brilliantly done in match 2, repeat at match 3. They are the chicken champions, excellently done, and they defended their crown.
That's right, and you have to give props to everyone else that managed to kind of hold a top 3 lead, especially right there in those final moments. Little Whip Warriors, the Fish Fam really coming up at the end there, you know, bumping up their prize earnings, because every round everyone's a winner, but you can earn just a little bit. You can win a little bit.
Yeah, it was just brilliantly done there. And these are actually the creators who helped with this. Brilliantly done from them. Some fantastic gentlemen. Thank you guys all so much for your help in making this mode come to life. Some fine gentlemen up there. The creative builders were at that game jam out there, spent hours and hours, and it really... I'll go in, I'll play some stuff. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good. And they're like, oh yeah, after 20 minutes, I have this full game mode. Here's how the scoring works. Here's the barriers. I'm like,
And that's the magic of creative, right? These unlimited possibilities, really, when it comes down to coming up with these game modes. We've seen tons of fun ones obviously develop, not only for the creative kind of fun side of the community, but the comp side as well, right? There's plenty of great game modes out there.
Yeah, shout out to all the guys out there playing Storm Wars. We know you guys enjoy it, but that was a fantastic way to close out set number 2. And honestly, I enjoyed Junkyard Jew. It was fun to see kind of the definitive playstyles come out. Patience ended up being key, but players started finding the diagonal runs, knowing that, like, hey, I'm going to stick with the statue because this is my comfort, or like, I know on this run I can be blocked by this tree and this dumpster, and I only show myself once. But again, brilliant from the Fish Fam and Little Whip Warriors to push up and pass those guys in the last moments, pushing them into the top 4 and earning just a little bit more of that prize money.
That's right, because they want it all here at the Fortnite Creative Finals, and it's going down. So, you love to see it. We've seen a series of, I guess, different people succeeding, right? And all of these, the Chicken Champions really kind of came out.
Well, that's what, again, I love about all of this and about creative. There's so many different skills that Fortnite isn't all about one individual thing. You see these guys, and what they're doing is incredibly well. Able to execute the game plan, talk with their teammates, come up with something new, and the Chicken Champions elevated. They were clearly better than the rest at Junkyard Jew, but the question is, will that continue when we get into the Golden Games? Right now, we're going to get a chance to speak with the Chicken Champions, who's up top with Pooks. Pooks, what do you got for us?
Thank you so much, Sundown. I am down here with the Chicken Champions, who surprisingly didn't fly the coop. They put on an absolute clinic today in the creative trials. I'm here with Rubius. Now, you guys won the last game as well, so 2 in a row. You guys had a pretty great strategy. Do you want to kind of talk me through that a little bit?
Oh, what can I say? It's the power of Norway, the power of Spain, and the power of Detroit. Like, we're crushing it. And we're a chicken, so we're good at hiding. Like, we're not good at shooting and stuff, but at hiding, we're the best. The best strategy, I think, is, well, let him take the big stuff, and we are like the supports. Like, we take the small stuff, the 5 points and stuff like that, and the trick is, don't tell them, anybody, but the trick is to go in the corners. Like, no one is watching the corners. It's insane.
So no one is watching the corners. I hope all of your competitors did not hear you just say that. Now,
donc là il y a Celebrity Brian, donc c'est la célèbre dans 2 heures. Donc dans 2 heures ça commence. Ça c'est demain, la duo, World Cup duo, là où on verra Dwagby normalement. Je sais pas si c'est dans la... Je sais pas si c'est dans la Celebrity Pro-Am ou dans la Duo Pro-Am. Là c'est en duo. Donc ça se peut que ce soit même dans les deux. Qu'on voit Dwagby. Et là, je sais pas qui y a. Faut que j'aille voir. Donc il y a encore 1 heure le prop. Oh putain, je vais marre. Le propelge. Et puis on passe au Celebrity.
Everyone all over, no matter where you're watching, whether it's Fortnite.com/watch, on Twitch, on YouTube, in client, you're loading up all that stuff. Thank you guys so much for all of this and being here. Set 2 is done. It's wrapped up. But I mean, we saw a big shift in the gameplay. We saw a lot of different changes going on, and it's going to be interesting to see what ends up converting into the Golden Games when we see a little bit of a remix on it. Not going to spoil any surprises. I know, it's fine, but I'm just curious to see who is able to then take their gameplay and enact it when you get to think on it, because you get to then process and be like, okay, we were this close. We were right there. If we had maybe like a little bit more aggressive, or like maybe if we were a little bit better on defending, or maybe one person picked a different lane, the result could have been different. And these guys have been so good at adapting to the circumstances that I have no doubt that the Chicken Champions aren't just going to comfortably sit on top.
Yeah, not only that, they gave away some strategies, so we'll see if Bala outside can, kind of break that down and see if he can give us a little more insight on everything.
Thank you so much, guys. The action is heating up. It's also heating up outside. trying to cool off a little bit here at the Fan Festival. But awesome games of Junkyard Juke, and Chicken Champion seems to be racing away with this one. We're going to take a look at some of the moments from that last game and how they won. So here, first off, just having a good time in the front, and also maybe flexing a little bit their trophy that they may have just secured in terms of a llama. We'll find out that later. But their strategy the entire time, they said it before in the last game, they're just trying to go for the high points. They're just trying to score these, at least getting not those 2 points that Monster was advocating for, but go for the statues, go for the boilers, all those things that net you tons of points, and that's how they came out to a lead. Here it is again, them just cheering on. We have the reactions from the Chicken Champions on their win as well. Nice trophy lifts. Maybe they'll be doing that later on here. The statue using that to get above the opponent's vision, their field of view, so that they can't see, they can't hit their shots, and the reactions of the win. Just bliss as they win their second game there on Junkyard Juke. Absolutely amazing stuff, guys. I can't wait to see who's going to earn that and who's going to continue on towards their path to the Creative World Cup champions.
Thank you so much, Bala, for that in-depth analysis. Now, I know you guys want to see the standings. We want to see them as well. Unfortunately, there was a slight little hiccup. We want to make sure everything is right, because this is a huge moment for all of these guys up on that stage. So while we sort that out, we're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, we will have the standings after set 2 and then move into set 3, which is the world premiere, never before seen world run. So if you need to go do anything, go do it now. Take your bio breaks, take care of everything you need, and then we will be right back.
Hey, my name's Magma, and today I'm in New York because I qualified for week 4 of the creative trials for Godiga's map. I'm really looking forward to showing my skill set off and meeting all the players and showing everyone what I can do here. When it was first announced that there was going to be creative trials, I was really looking forward to it because it was all I did pretty much 24/7. I looked at it as an opportunity. I find after playing Battle Royale, when creative first came out and Scissors released his first death run, I just instantly sort of, took a liking to it and I enjoyed playing it. And I guess from there afterwards, when I found there was money involved with doing death runs and stuff.
Bizarre ça. Il est 9h.
My team, my captain is Godiga, he's a French content creator, and my teammates are Chaps and Audio. I think we can do really well at the Creative World Cup. I think our team has a good combination of the death run skills, but also the shooting and building and the good chemistry we have in the team. I think it can really make our team do well. Magma and my team, Raven's Revenge, is going to do really good in the World Cup, and we're going to smash the rest of the competition because we have the Battle Royale skills, building, death run, we have it all.
I am here in the production pit. I am in engineering row right now. I am joined by my friend Peyton, and he does the robotics. Let's talk a little bit about that. What do you do specifically here?
We have a bunch of robotic cameras around the arena that we shoot different angles from, and we're able to pick up shots of the players that are playing the game. We also do a lot of crowd shots, so we're able to shoot the audience and get some really great reacts for both the stream and for the front of house feeds that go up on the screens.
Well, you guys heard it. If you're out in the crowd this weekend here live for the Fortnite World Cup, show us some energy because Peyton is going to be looking for your reactions, and you could end up on stream.
You want to play with it, see how it goes?
Of course I do. That's not even a question. I'm so into this right now. This is amazing.
I'm Scarlett. I've come from Japan. I'm happy and excited to be playing with so many players that I've seen on the internet. My favorite place to drop is Fatal Fields. If I win the Fortnite World Cup, first I want to buy a house, and then I'm going to eat a lot of food.
Thank you. So heavy. World Cup 本戦
I'm definitely going to win the Fortnite World Cup, so keep cheering for me.
Hi, I'm Fortetto and I'm here to compete in the Creative World Cup. I competed in most of the trials and was really excited when they announced the bonus weeks after the original 5 were over. And I competed in the Jaded 100 level map and I had to speedrun 100 levels as quickly as I could. I really enjoy like all the different styles of maps and death runs that there are, and I really enjoy speedrunning them and trying to get as good as time as I can. The moment I found out that I qualified, it was just insane, and I wasn't sure if I was going to before that, and it was just crazy that I am here. And Fortetto and the Sunshine Soldiers are going to win because we have 2 captains, so we're twice as good.
What is going on? We're getting some good practice here for the Fortnite World Cup Creative Finals happening very, very soon. A lot of first thoughts, first looks at the Sky Station Showdown, which is an incredible map.
It was a great map. I mean, it mixes a huge new element into the game. You know, you got to protect the person with a sword, capture the objective, but my team, great teamwork, and, you know, we kind of pulled through at the end there. It was awesome.
1,000%. You know, so being able to kind of get your hands on the map, you know, before, obviously, the big moment.
Practicing, it's nice.
It's huge. It's huge. And so, like you said a second ago, this is a brand new way of viewing Fortnite and playing Fortnite, which is incredible.
Exactly. It's super exciting seeing what people come up with and then also turning it into a competitive aspect and put it in the game and make this tournament, so.
It's amazing. So any general kind of thoughts, concerns maybe about strategy? I don't know.
You know, I think we won, so we know the strategy.
All right, listen, this is practice still. We've got the big moment coming up very soon, but do you want to shout out your team real quick?
Yeah, no, we've got some speedrunners in our midst, actually. We've got Tyler, we've got Zand, and Suzu. They are all speedrunners of death runs. And as you know, later in the Creative Cup, there's going to be a death run involved level, so we're going to take that one home, too.
Inspired by the creative man, Scissors himself has made many a streamer, many a content creator very angry with a death run, myself included. Great job with the practice round. We'll see you very soon.
I'm excited. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fortnite World Cup Finals. We are here in day number 1 where the creative finals are going down. The stadium is jam-packed with fans from around the world who have traveled here, not only to watch us crown World Cup Creative
Donc là, les
Finals
gens sont heureux
champions,
parce qu'ils
but
passent sur un
also
écran
solo and
logique.
duo
Et je vais venir
champions
devant des millions de
as
personnes
well.
aussi.
I'm Zeke, this guy right
Ah,
here is
et
Ball,
voilà
and
toutes
we're
les
getting ready to hop
mascottes.
back
Ils doivent
into
crever de
all
chaud
of
là-dedans.
the action. Now, I think, you know, we've seen a little bit of the first 2 game modes. You know, we got to see a little bit of the Sky Station Showdown. We got to see a little bit of that Junkyard Juke, but there's
Mais
actually
j'y passe
something
devant
that
des millions de
Sundown
personnes, on ne
teams,
reconnaîtrait
and that
peut-être
is
pas
the
ma tronche.
World Run.
Et je suis content.
World Run coming up next.
Alors elle, c'est le pire cosplay, tu sais, elle a juste enfilé un pyjama, t'as ses cheveux en rose et c'est bon.
Players are used to.
Yeah.
And I think they'll be very, very comfortable here. We'll have to see whether.
Toujours pas. En fait, là, j'attends un mec qui doit m'offrir le poster. Mais il ne vient pas. Je m'éternise. Je m'en fous de ça, en fait.
But you have to kind of get your eyes on them first, figure out how they work, and then make it through. So I think it's going to be very interesting, very fun for everyone here and all the players as well. I'm hoping to see someone make it to the end. I don't know that anyone will, though.
Well,
We'll
there's
see.
30 coins, and from what we've seen in practice between us and other people, it's very difficult. So we'll see. We'll hop into the overview and stuff like that later. But just to give like some examples of the things that there are, there's the trap, trying to trigger them, making sure you move. Impulse grenades are in play in this. There's some lava, all sorts of treacherous things you have to get across in this world run.
A lot of Neo jumps as well. And again, massive shout out to the 17 content creators that helped put these maps together. Mad props to you. You know, their hard work is being shown here on the stage. And these guys are at home, here, of course, playing it as well. In case, you know, you guys forgot, I'm Zeke, this guy right here is Baller. We're getting ready to jump into these next few matches. We'll get you guys up to speed with all the format and all those things. You kind of tease it, but we'll get there in just a moment. And very quickly, the Chicken Champions were actually the winners for set number 2, Junkyard Juke. Let's take a look at them right now. They were overall victorious of that last set, and there you go. The Tender Defender is there in person to congratulate them, Bala. Rubius and his team, they worked hard for it, and they are the victors.
Yeah, and warming up for the next run, but they know now they earned the Silver Llama for that set, so it's 1-1. Chicken Champions are earning their Silver Llama right now. They're surprised because they were getting ready, but here it is.
Rubius is like, wait, do I actually get that? Is that actually mine? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, you know, they are the current set winners. They have a Silver Llama for themselves. So that's now 2 different teams that have a Silver Llama. With only a few set matches left to go, I believe, you know, if the Chicken Champions can secure themselves a second Llama, that would be huge for them and their team. But we'll have to see how things go for them.
And the timing of the Silver Llama couldn't come earlier because they're about to hop in. This is definitely a booster for them in terms of their emotions and their confidence going into the World Run, because it is precise, it is difficult. You have to make sure that you hit it, otherwise you're wasting time. It's going to be a race between these guys to get as far in as possible, so that confidence boost is going to help dramatically in this last normal set here.
Yeah, for sure, and it is actually a race. The World Run. It is similar to a Death Run with a bunch of obstacles. Let's go ahead and talk about that and everything that's around. So there's actually 30 coins in the map. Whichever team gets all 30, the fastest or as many as possible until time runs out will be the victor for that round set. You know, like I said, these are insanely difficult obstacles. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be forthcoming. I'm going to be vulnerable with you, the Fortnite fam. Listen. The farthest I got was 14. Okay, it's actually...
Mais ferme-la, Nathan, putain, c'est bon, on l'a entendu.
These guys are the best of the best. In terms of this map specifically, it's going to be absolutely awesome.
Gather all of the coins before the 10-minute timer runs out. It might sound simple, but it ain't easy. Players have no mats and limited items they can pick up along the way. Each team will have to use teamwork, communication, smarts, and speed to make it to the top of the leaderboard and take home their piece of the $3 million creative prize pool.
$3 millions pour ça. 3 millions de dollars pour ça. Putain.
Zeke, I do not know how you just did that while you were here. That did not sound like you here at all, and I didn't see your mouth move.
I'm magic. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. But yeah, World Run, you got a little bit of sneak peek there. We're getting ready to hop into these games right now. Speaking of which, let's just go ahead and do that. I think this is going to be very, very fun. We are getting ready. If you guys here in the stadium are ready and excited, let these teams hear it. Let's hear you right now. Man, that's so weak! No. Okay, let's pretend the first one never happened. Like I was saying, if you guys want to let these teams know how you're feeling, let them hear it!
3 millions de petits.
Yeah! That's what I like to see. And now the game begins. Here we go, the world premiere of the World Run.
See how they do out of the gates. They are open now, and it's all up to these guys to start hitting their first jumps, and people are falling left and right. A couple of first coins are taken, and everybody seems to be off to a hot start. This is really like off to the races here.
Man, Turtle and Zand are already flying through these first set of challenges. Again, you know, these are the very, very top of the best of the best of the creative world, right? They've worked all 8 qualifier weeks long. They've made it through with their team captains, and now they're here. So once they figure out these obstacles, be prepared to watch them fly through them.
And the first couple are relatively simple. Here's the double doors. I think are probably the first like one that you have to kind of know or see it in advance. And then here, the impulse jump into the tire, into the castle, and 3 players have already made it all the way there. It's neck and neck between most teams right now, 10-8.
Bro, I'm so mad. Do you understand? I literally had to play this to completion, all 12-minute rounds, 4 times to make it halfway, which this is the castle. And these guys got it in like 3 minutes. I'm upset.
Hell, this is why they're the World Cup creative players, and you are not. You're here casting.
That's cool. I'll hold that L, I suppose. I'll hold that for sure. So there's a few challenges here in the castle here, Bala. But as you saw there, Karora actually took a little peek at it. There's these little bumpers, and that'll actually send you upward into the next, basically, tier. So the most optimal strategy here is actually to leave two of your teammates behind, send 2 up to try and gather more coins faster. Because otherwise, you're just going to dedicate too much time, and you really want to maximize your time in this world run.
And there's definitely a couple coins that you definitely want to get as fast as possible through here. They're trying to get the half slides through with the chiller traps. Right now, nobody seems to have figured it out just yet, at least in the view that we're watching. But meanwhile, the Fish Fam and the Sunshine Soldiers are up to 13 now, but still neck and neck. I believe all teams are now inside of the castle, and we call this basically the first kind of tier of the difficulty for these obstacles. As they move up and go past this, they will become progressively harder.
Yeah. And again, this is the first time these creative players, qualifiers, have seen the world run. They've never seen it before. They have just, you know, they are mad. Their skills are insane. And look at this, Taldeck's already up on the next tier. So he's probably telling his teammates, all right, look, up here, I just use this bumper. What do I have to do? He's already trying to figure it out. I like it. That's not me. The moment I hit that pad, I was like, I guess I just keep moving forward, and I kept running.
I love this experimentation. He's actually also communicating back to his teammate at the same time, because he went over that bumper and he's looking, do I have an opportunity to go back?
Pourquoi, Nat?
To his teammates, Ninja, Kaz, and company, and they move forward. Alex JJ, though, is off to
Danse un peu si tu m'entends. Voir si tu m'entends. S'il te plaît. Tu m'entends pas? C'est dommage. Pas faire de cadeaux sur téléphone? Moi j'aime bien le sac à dos, les styles. Là mon pote il est sur tel, mais je sais pas si il peut faire les cadeaux. Danse fait quelque chose, je sais pas, prouve-moi que t'es là. Du coup ouais. On va regarder un peu en attendant. Parce que là il est en train de demander une manette à un pote.
That obstacle there is called the ice jump, but this next one that Four Turtle is at, we call this the double danger. Let's just look at this real fast. This is really tricky.
He already knows.
He's already downloaded. He already knows what must be done. So you actually have to double hop, double bunny hop, land on the edge, take a step back, trigger the trap without being eliminated, right? Then you can walk up this small ramp. Then, depending on how you want to go about it, you can just go forward. Yes. He actually makes... Okay, I'm upset.
Third try.
I'm leaving. I'm done.
Four Turtle.
And he gets the coin in one swoop. Oh, my.
But one thing, we have to look at the scores right now. 5 minutes to go. Fish Fam is at 26. They only have 4 coins remaining. But everybody else is starting to like fall behind.
Il était passé, Fortos. Je sais pas, moi. Débile, t'es débile. Faire 400, mais...
Man, this guy is absolutely insane. And you know, for Four Turtle, it's funny because He's just excited about being here,
Faut
able
aller de
to
l'autre
compete on
côté,
the
je
stage in
pense,
front of
c'était
like
mon
thousands of people and all of his peers.
Allez.
And bro, he
Allez.
is just
Et faut retourner
slaying
le
it
courage.
right now.
Voilà.
Oh, you gotta be careful. Okay,
C'est
all
fait,
right,
les gars, il est
yep.
passé, il est passé.
Everything's fine. Now you gotta make the jump.
Let's go, faut retorter.
Gotta be careful.
Non, il fallait continuer.
That is
Gotcha.
That
Get
is
in trap, baby.
That is the first time I've seen that. I've seen the theory. I mean, I've heard it theorized, but I haven't seen that yet. But Fish Fam, I was wondering. It's Scissors and company. 26 points. They're not at the same point that the Sunshine Soldiers are at, but they're at 26 total, the entire team.
Right, so a lot of these players are seeing the traps, they're making it through, memorizing kind of what they have to be doing to make it through these obstacles. Zan's already through, and that means when they get to come through next time, it's going to be that much faster, right? They're going to be just tearing through all of these obstacles like they're nothing. Hand of blood, Lachlan, here we go. Does
Two team
Lachlan make it?
captains.
Oh.
Hey, this is important too because they still have coins to earn on their own.
Right.
They're you know, they're all the way in the back. They're not earning the coins. They're not helping their team out in front, trying to figure out the obstacles. But two captains back there. Ooh.
Okay. All right. Trigger the other one. Yes. All right. Land on it. Trigger that one. Dude.
Is he gonna get it? Nice dodge. Ooh. This is insane right now. And there's the second player to make it through for Turtle. Into the door. No.
Nope. And look, you drop back down. So that's the challenging part. We call this thread the needle, right? You have to make them in one go. This is extremely difficult, and this is where a lot of these players are going to get caught up. But Turtle is a legend. Look at how methodical he is. He's insane. Look at these precision jumps, man.
He's not going to miss this ever again.
Attendez. Compétition dans 30 minutes. Donc ils ont 30 minutes pour terminer la map. Je crois. Hein. Ou alors il y en a une deuxième.
See what he can do here, going to try and attempt this again. Trap above.
Alors lui, il comprend pas
when he lands on that, he has to jump at the right moment, then slow himself down for Turtle from up above. Still back. Nobody has passed this point just yet.
All right, first trap, second trap. Hop across, take a step back.
Nice.
Jump across, take another step back. Okay. He was trying to be a little greedy there. I respect it. You know, you want sometimes just want to land on that without having to kind of hop back out and kind of just risking that. So it's good that, you know, well, it's not good. It's bad that he messed it up, but it's okay. This is Turtle. He's an MVP. We're watching him.
This is crazy. When it comes down to this, there's a minute and 30 seconds about to figure this out. He got up here before, and he didn't make it through the door. Not going to make it again. Unfortunately, everybody is hard stuck at 27 coins with 1 minute left. I believe whoever is going to be the first to make it through here might find themselves the first winners on the world run. 1 minute left.
You gotta be thinking, are they saying Raven's Revenge? Wait, they just got the 28th coin. They might be through Thread the Needle. Next up would be, I believe, bump jumps.
Did get through. We saw the end results up there. Made it through the door.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh, nice catching yourself. All right, you got to trigger the trap.
That boost pad on the side. It's just disappointment and frustration in his face. Ooh. If he wants to secure this, he needs to try to get one more coin in the next 30 seconds because I think poor Turtle is going to be able to catch up. Here's the jump.
Right. This is the first time we're going to see this. 25 seconds. Okay. So this is where you risk it all, man. This is it, the leap of faith. Watch these precision jumps. We've got 18 seconds left on them. So these are these Neo jumps, right? You jump out and around, keeping that momentum.
10 seconds left here. 1 coin remaining for the Ravens Revenge to find. You just got to get around that corner. I don't know if he's going to be able to climb these staircases just now. No, he's given up. He says no. Everybody else is left in the dust. Ravens Revenge take the first world run with 29 coins. Not quite finishing the map, but I believe next time they might.
And these legendary birds of the sky, they made it all the way up there, man. They were on the leap of faith, that last little section there. They had 29 points, and if they had made it up, especially if they made even just 2 people up there, they could have been kind of starting a rotation, right? You jump first, see how far you can make. I will follow. But the big key for them is now they know what every single relay is, right? So going into this next round, they can say, we
Oui,
know we have to
toujours
do.
avec
Don't
sa
forget, make
casquette,
this
hein.
jump, here, do these little things to try and get through. And that could prove to be a
Porte
very
tout
good
à l'heure.
advantage for them.
Yeah, and they don't have the silver llama yet. They don't have anything in terms of llama, so this is important. Any of those teams that don't have a llama right now, they need to earn it if they want to be in contention towards those golden games. Of course, every match matters, Zeke. They are earning prizes every single match.
C'est quoi? T'es là? Allô? Elle est là. Du coup il est parti, il va revenir, donc un autre on a une de manette, il est parti la chercher, il va revenir et pour l'instant on va regarder la World Cup. Je sais que je parle tout seul, qu'il n'y a personne, mais je sais que bon, plus tard on regardera peut-être. Là on le voit en bas, je vais jouer au jeu le temps que ça reprenne. Je joue pas le son. Peut-être que je suis arrivé à 100 000.
Show everyone that. He's got to show them.
Je le vois pas.
You know what else we're going to show them? We're going to show them the standings after that first game in this set right now. Who ended up where, in terms of the prizing and where they are on their journey to the llama at the end of the set. So it's Raven's Revenge, obviously, in first.
Gotha qui peut se partager 55 par 4
and that much closer to the silver llama.
Ninja qui est 7ème, Satine, du coup qui n'a que 10 000. Enfin, que 10 000. C'est déjà beaucoup, mais bon, pour Ninja, c'est très peu.
You know, if you're Raven's Revenge, you are absolutely looking to try
Ninja,
and snag that silver llama if possible. That's going to put you in contention, right? Then you have to set your eyes on the gold llama for the tiebreakers. But all in all, to be able to kind of come through and win that prize money for you and your team is massive. They have confidence, right? And again, I think the only other team that stands right in their way right now is for Turtle. This guy is a maniac. He's showing us that he is. Let's see if that happens here in game number 2.
Sunshine Soldiers fell short, but Ford Turtle showed us all what he was made.
Je crois que le Pro IM vient de commencer du coup. Ah non, c'est la deuxième partie. On va là les fiches. Oh non. Il lui reste que ça, il a 5 minutes pour faire tout ça quand même.
So one more coin for him to complete the map. He makes it
il
harder
arrive.
than any player has yet
Il
so
sait pas où aller.
far.
Where is the next pad? He actually found it first try. I don't believe it. No, that was
Et
not where
il
you
va
had to
où?
go. You had to go back inward. It's okay though. He's gonna get another shot. Man, that was very impressive. Honestly, I would have been like, where am I supposed to go? But that's why this is called the leap of faith. You got to jump around that corner and hope that something will be there to catch you.
Tout petit peu débile.
And with 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go, not a single person, not a single soul in vision. He's going to have plenty of time to work with. We'll see if the Ravens' revenge can repeat and get back to where they were, but it looks like he falls just before, yes, Tyler too. So the Fish fam is coming through in big numbers at this last leap of faith.
And you know what could be huge here for Fish fam? If they can make it through the leap of faith and they can actually get this coin, they're going to stop the time.
Quoi?
Less time that everyone else kind of has around to observe what's going on and try to get this practice in, the better. Here we go. Nice.
Quoi?
In and out and around. Out and around. Yes, use the wall. Okay. All right. Yeah. Look around. Uh-huh.
Quoi?
Yes.
Bah, elle a allumé,
right. Okay. All right, here we go. Wait.
Last jump. And he needs to hit the coin. This is going to be it. No, he didn't touch it. Just barely missed there. Finally hits the bouncer and he's gone. There it is. The first players to complete the world run in 5 minutes and 52 seconds. An unbelievable time compared to what we saw last time. But still, the remaining teams have to battle it out. Back to the Ravens' revenge. They're still on the double danger. And they are going to get through. He has to hit the door, though. Oh, he almost fell all the way back down. Here
we go.
Not finding the speed, not finding the bounce there.
Threading the needle. Oh, you hate to see it. Now, don't forget, remember, Ravens Revenge was the first team from last round. They made it here, and they're already kind of right back where they need to be. You've got the Sunshine Soldiers also going for the leap of faith. But look at how many coins they have, right? In theory, they should be at 29. This should be the last coin that they need to pick up. But someone hasn't picked up points. Now, where? I'm not sure. But that could make or break their performance right here.
That absolutely could. We know Sunshine Soldiers had a great performance last game. Ford Turtle has completed the map. If you see him up there, he's just watching on down. But the Ravens' revenge seem to have completed just a little bit more. Everybody now, I think, going to be trying to attempt these last couple of jumps. And they must try to complete the match. But important to note is the Ravens' revenge in second place right now. They need one more coin as well. That puts them in a huge advantage for that Silver Llama when we go into the third game. What just happened there with Stewart? He just climbed to the top with the tires.
That's right, the secret tires. See, these are little things you discover as you're... Oh, it's okay, Stewart. Don't worry. Take a deep breath. Line it back up. You got this. 2 minutes left on the clock, Bala.
Taga all the way in the back. He's catching up with his team. He's going to hit that. Can he hit the last one? He lost a little bit of speed, but he does. So he's joining up.
Off the wall, out and around. Oh!
So difficult. So challenging. He's learning the reasons why right now. He's going to continue to get more attempts. Meanwhile, the Funky Fighters have gotten their last coin up to the final one. Kuto being the player who gets there. He's on the leap of faith as well, so it's just head-to-head against these two. And this is very important for Funky Fighters. They need to stop Ravens Revenge. If anything else, getting second obviously important, but also because it's head-to-head against Ravens Revenge, this is such a meaningful final jump.
And, I mean, don't forget, they were the winners of that first round, so they already have points built up from that. If they can secure this last coin, that could be massive heading into the standings. But again, we've just got about 50 seconds left here. You can just tell they're just trying to hit these jumps with everything they can.
Okay, Kuto,
right, yeah.
a little bit further than we saw him last time. He's got to make the leap.
Yeah, this is the one you have to go
out
and right? There
okay,
you go.
now the bounce off the wall.
So
looking exactly, seeing if there's any more opportunities. He makes it. Okay, this could be clutch.
Bounce.
This could be clutch here from Kuto. Just gets to the top here, and then he needs the bounce pad. Yes, perfect. Just the coin now. He gets it!
There it is.
9 minutes and 23 seconds ahead of the Ravens' Revenge. Still time on the clock, though, for the Ravens' Revenge to collect that last one. And what's impressive, too, is that 2 players have actually completed for it. The players up above, but now the rest of them, 1 second remaining. It's still going to be the Fish Fam, 5 minutes and 52 seconds, who take that one. That second map of the World Run is down and done.
Man, mad props to the Fish Fam. They did it in almost under 5 minutes, right? They came out at that 5:25 mark, 5.5 minutes. Now, Funky were right behind them. A little longer, right, at that 9:23 mark, but still, they got all 30 coins. If we have to go to tiebreakers, these 2 teams have 1 more coin than everyone else up at that 29 mark. So that could very well make a big difference heading into tiebreakers. But again, Fish Fam, way to show up. I respect it.
It's crazy, the improvement from game 1 into game 2.
Yeah.
It was just awesome. Ravens' Revenge, obviously, in the first match coming out ahead, but Fish Fam clearly improving all across the board. It wasn't just one person. It felt like it was the entire team, because that time was unbelievable. That's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, we'll have to see who else can do it. Again, you know, Ravens' Revenge had a fantastic showing. Funky Fighters showed up there at the last moment. And then, obviously, the Fish Fam. But don't forget, you still got players like Four Turtle over on Sunshine Soldiers. Everyone, all of these teams have someone that's going to get them very, very far, right? We've seen that. But now the question is, heading into this next match, what does that mean? Fish Fam have already completed it. Funky have already completed it. Raven have gotten close. Does that mean we're gonna see another 5-minute timer? Could we see it even faster?
Good question. And Ravens' Revenge needs to figure out how to end the match. Because if they don't, then they won't be able to get ahead. They won't be able to close out, especially as other teams go ahead. Fish Fam knows how to complete it. They've proven that they can complete it, and Funky Fighters as well.
Yeah, for sure. Well, for now, let's send it over to the stage where Pookie is standing by with the Fish Fam. And Pooks, real quick, ask them what their favorite fish stick is.
You know, we can't always make it all about you, but I am down here with the Fish Fam. It is, dare I say, official. They're the first team to take a victory. Stage today competing, being able to strategy going into to you really quickly. Now, I mean, this Creative Cup, what does this mean to you as, you know, a creative champion?
I mean, I'm not a champion yet, but maybe, yeah.
Maybe one day. Well, thank you guys so much for staying here, hanging out with me. Best of luck in the next run. Zeke, back to you guys.
Look at that, the Fish Fam ready to go back in. They're already getting their heads back in the game. Also, great pun, Pookie. Also, I'm upset with you that you think this is all about me. What is wrong with you? All right, though, anyway, what kind of takeaways do you think these players can make heading into the next game?
Well, the takeaway that I take out from that is that they were
stressful. There's a certain amount of kind of mental edge you need to get through it. So let's kind of take a look in and how these competitors prepare for what was a world premiere and first appearance ever. Let's take a listen in and how these guys are talking and getting ready for the match.
Oh, they only have one armor.
Just absolutely amazing there. You can tell Ninja and then the trendsetter right there throwing. I saw right feel the Ravens' revenge, and this was one of the first obstacles you hit, so you can see he's on pace with everyone else. But what makes this so great is how efficiently he transfers this over into the castle jump. Is barely able to delay. This is one of the toughest first things to get when you reach it. This is his first time ever seeing this jump. No problem. Hats off to you there. And then what does he do right away? Gets into the trap trigger and he's able to get them. Notice how as soon as he goes, he is quick flicking his camera back the other direction and gets all of those so consistently able to get it. Now, we saw a smashing success on their first attempt. Unfortunately, the Cuddle Crew had a little bit of a harder time when it came to that castle jump. It's okay, this could have been my replay and I wouldn't have been lying. So many of these, they're so incredibly difficult because you think, oh, I want to maximize my height up, but you have to get it out with the correct trajectory. Now you can see Ninja able to get through.
Regardez bien la pioche, les gars.
And look how well he's able to then trigger those. Were able to make that incredible run on the back of Suzu. Now this was from his first run when the Ravens were able to get it. And if you look at the timer, next time he faced this, he about finished the course. So an incredible job from him to make sure he is pushing the limit with what they're able to do. And you can also see the level of communications. He knew he messed up right away, and then he immediately communicates to his team. It's like, hey, you got to run and then go up. Now you're in kind of that double trouble area trying to get the triggers. And this is where they got held up for a significant amount of time. A lot of the competitors not being able to bait the chaps correctly, and now we're over with the Ravens' revenge, who were able to power through this. Again, this was from the match number 1, and you can see how he's using quite literally every single space available to him, including the rock, including the jump off the side with the airstrike to then get up to that leap of faith, which is such an incredibly hard challenge. And only having 2 teams full completed it after the 2 runs when all of these players are such strong death runners. You can see the fish fam. Look at the timer on the clock, 5.5 minutes, and he's so quick going through it, and he's precise. He lines it up, he takes a step, and he goes. My question is now, between Suzu and Zen, they were so incredibly good last game. Can they beat that time? Can they keep pressing the pace, and will they be able to do it better? Because when you get up here, you have to do everything right, find the lineup, not miss a single one of your drops, and then get the final coin. Was able to then double back and grab it there off the launch pad for that 5:52 time in the #1 spot in match number 2. This is now the second time we've seen the world run, and we asked the question before, what happens in run number 3? Can the Ravens' revenge get over that last obstacle of the leap of faith, or will everyone else start pressing up higher and higher and being able to challenge him? Match 3 is about to be underway. We're going to throw it back inside to Zeke and Bala. Gentlemen, take it away.
Thank you so much, Sundown.
Et du coup là, si je comprends, dans 10 minutes, je crois qu'ils vont gagner du temps jusqu'à ce que ce soit fini.
For all of these players together. And of course, you want to take a look behind us. We've got Fish Fam up there in first place from that last match. Walking away the 9th.
Suzy coupe pas l'eau, hein.
Ravens Revenge there in 2nd, Funky in 3rd. Don't forget, Funky Fighters and the Chicken Champions both have Silver Llamas, and that's going to play a big factor later on.
Everybody needs to make sure.
Ils ont gagné 90 000. En disant 4, bien sûr. Regarde.
They are kind of out of contention for this Silver Llama right here, but still, so many different teams have an opportunity here. The Ravens Revenge, the Funky Fighters, Sunshine Soldiers with the Fort Turtle, and then the Fish Fam as well, able to collect it. So we are going to get into the next game of the World Run, the last one of the set.
Pour faire 2-3 par
Go. The timer is counting. We've got 10 seconds before the gates open, and they start the run. Scissors, you can see the focus in their eyes a little bit there of Turtle, and here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Run commences right here, right now. Players are out. Here we go. First run, Taco, Taldak there right out. Ninja falls, unfortunately. So does Kotu. Zan there looks like he's making upper with Tyler. Magma, Corolla, they are just neck and neck. Again, you know, it just goes back to once they figure it out, they're just going full send.
I want to see who gets out to the early lead here. Suzo, the champion of the last one with Fish Fam. He's a little bit behind, but again, he has the opportunity to catch up when he starts getting to those more difficult obstacles. Right now, it's not looking like anybody really taking a huge lead, a huge advantage, because we all saw how proficient they are in these early stages. Really, the first obstacle that stumps most people is this impulse jump.
That's right. Here we go. Don't forget, this is that precision impulse jump. You can do it forward, you can look away. First jump, unfortunately too shallow there on both sides. And both of the Fish Fam will be going down there. I saw there on the left, there is actually a team that has made it across. You've got Raven's Revenge, who is in the castle. And I believe it was actually the Llama Record Company that are also at the castle right now. Fish Fam, the Cuddle Crew, Raven's Revenge, Sunshine, and the Funky Fighters. And now the Llama Record Company all have 11 coins.
See the castle run, how fast they can get through there as a team. Also very important. As most players are now getting through this first difficult impulse jump. Looking for anybody rising up, looking for anybody completing this trap obstacle course inside the castle. If they can collect those coins fast. The players who get fastest through the castle and really collect all those coins are, in my opinion, the people who are leading the pack.
Ouais.
Yeah, I almost think like, should you just like as a squad grab, like send one person to each thing and just like very quickly grab all four, and then as a squad go up, right? So that you have more chances going through every single challenge.
Obviously it depends on how many of you actually get.
Bah ça passe, si ça prend pas beaucoup de temps, c'est bon en vrai. Ouais, logiquement c'est rapide les mises à jour de play. Moi je regarde la World Cup en attendant. Non, il y a un jeu, mais c'est trop simple. En fait, t'es invincible, tu peux. C'est vrai, c'est un gobelet. Tu peux jamais mourir, du coup, bah tu t'emmerdes un peu, quoi. Ouais, mais je veux dire, tu vois, il rajouterait 2-3 vies. Genre que t'aies maximum 2-3 vies et puis tu recommences, ça pourrait être bien. Parce que là... Bah ouais, le gîte. Sur Snap, ah parce que j'ai pas les notifs sur Snap. Ouais, un tout. 33 secondes. Ouais, t'inquiète.
Man, Suzu putting everyone in his fishbowl, saying, "Don't worry, fam, I've got this." Gonna jump down, first trap. Second trap, hop across, take a step back. Nice. Oh, there's actually someone else there. Is Scissors there with him? This is huge, though. If Scissors is there, they can hop through together. Suzu can trigger this and then get Scissors there where he needs to go. And then there will be two members trying to get these traps. Unfortunately, too shallow.
Making the same mistake there on that bouncer. The speed pad up into the bouncer. You see, he's trying to keep his back towards it so that he can make sure he hits the bouncer on the right point that he wants to. Kind of have it memorized at that moment, but a lot of teams starting to catch up right now, so you know, starting to lose the pace that they had in the first game.
Ooh, don't slide off, don't slide off. Unfortunately slid off. Now look, Sunshine Soldiers, they're already at the 28-point mark. So are Raven's Revenge, but Fish Fam right behind them. Everyone else is tied right around 25 coins. Oh, and look, they actually sent Flytax forward. He's trying to make it to the Leap of Faith. So he's left his teammates out behind, saying, look, just gather the coins. I'm going straight to Leap of Faith. That's the 1 point we know we need.
Magma up ahead as well for the Ravens' Revenge. And the record of the map by Fish Fam has gone past. That was 5 minutes and some. And we're now down to 5 minutes left total. Magma making sure that he makes this jump. He doesn't want to waste time. I think he might have the confidence here. Just got to bounce off the wall. No.
Short.
Not yet all the way through. If he can do this, he is clinching himself that Silver Llama.
Stewart, okay. Yeah, these momentum jumps, very difficult, or neo jumps as they're also called. You gotta be really precise, really, I mean, you have to be very calculated with every single one. You got Chappie over here, you've got Stewart across the way as well. And look, you can see Suzu there too. I mean, there's so many people here that are already at the Leap of Faith. And look at the rest of the teams, right? Even the Funky Fighters, Little Whip, and Llama Record Company, they're at 26 points. They're closing in on that Leap of Faith.
Sunshine Soldiers adding their name to the hat of people who are trying the Leap of Faith. Stewart, not quite making it through yet. Magma right now feeling a bit of frustration. He feels the pressure. He knows that he has to try to make this, try to get this last coin ahead of anybody else. Clytax has joined the fray as well from Cuddle Crew.
So you can see too, like Flytax is, while Stewart is using his camera, while you jump forward, you whip your camera in the direction you want to start moving. Clytax is doing the opposite. He's actually just using the momentum from his movement abilities, just like his keys, to get him where he needs to go, not even touching his camera at all. Two different ways to approach it. They're both about the same. It just depends on which one you're more comfortable with. Magma here, he's in a good spot. Great ricochet there. All right, just take it easy. Nice. All right, good lane.
Almost. The tires.
He's just going for it.
Yes.
He's just going for it. Could he be the first one? No, Sunshine Soldiers have actually already done it with a 623, and Raven's Revenge there with the 636. So Sunshine Soldiers sneakily got it, but still a great time from them. Don't forget the first round, they were the only ones at 29 coins.
What a close race, though. All 4 teams who were up there on the Leap of Faith have now completed it. The Cuddle Crew still need 1 more coin to actually finish the entire thing. Clytax feeling a little bit of pressure. He needs to start supporting his teammates. And then the Llama Record Company sitting at 27 right now. I think this is one of the first times we've seen them towards this double jeopardy, towards closer and closer, edging their way at the Leap of Faith. The Cuddle Crew have completed, meanwhile, just past 7 minutes. So the standings right now are shaking up with all of these teams being so close together. Can't wait to see where it is. Still, every single placement here matters. Chicken Champions, Funky Fighters, Little Whip Warriors, and the Llama Record Company all at 27. Who is going to come out on top in this 4-way race?
And don't forget, this really does make a difference, right? They're all competing for prize money, so being able to come out ahead of another team, that's going to secure you more of that pot, so they have to be very careful, right? They have the 2 minutes left, but man, to see all these other teams, 4 of them already get that 3rd coin. Like, you know, we saw that first game, it was like, oh man, Raven's Revenge is the only one at 29 coins. Everyone else is not even close. Second game, the story is Fish Fam and Funky Fighters. Now, we've got 4 teams that have gotten that 30th coin. Insane, especially how close it is. Like, even look at Raven's Revenge and Fish Fam, right? Just a few seconds difference.
And all that could mean a huge amount when we look at the standings at the end of the match. But meanwhile, nobody yet up to that Leap of Faith. Oh, actually, Kuto. We saw him finish the game last time for the Funky Fighters. See if he can do it again. He's got 1 minute and 15 seconds to do it. Came in second, just behind the Fish Fam and their record-breaking run. Can he do it now? All pressure on him.
And I mean, you gotta look, right? All of his other teammates are still being eliminated, right? They're trying to get up there because, again, just more shots you can take at the Leap of Faith, the better, right? The more chances you have of securing that 30th coin.
So many teams are approaching this Leap of Faith now. You can see in the background, there's at least 3 teams up here total. Could be also some players who have not yet finished the map from the other teams. As Chappie sits there, Chicken Champions making their approach. I'm wondering, Kororo, if you do this last one, you are going to beat out.
Okay, look back down. Okay, it's fine. Small jump.
Got it. Last jump, and he's got the coin too.
There you go.
So the Funky Fighters finish up ahead of the Chicken Champions. Kororo, fortunately, is going to fall shy. But at 29 coins and 5 seconds remaining, I think that's going to be the end there for this. These are the standings as they are. The Chicken Champions come out there. And what an amazing run it was.
Wow, 6 teams secured themselves the 30th coin. Night and day situation coming out of that first world run we got to witness. But look, smiles all around. Again, in case you're just tuning in, welcome to the
Ouais, enfin, tu m'entends bien ou pas là?
Ouais, je t'entends, t'inquiète.
Ok. Je sais pas.
Non, t'inquiète, c'est pas grave.
C'est quoi ton message vocal là? Ouais, je suis en train de le lancer là.
Ok.
Putain, du coup, je suis en train de tout récupérer tous mes messages là, c'est très chiant.
Ouais. Mais en gros, je sais pas, tes potes ils ont pas arrêté de parler, mec.
Ouais, mec, hein. C'est hyper
À chaque fois que j'allais sur ton compte, ils étaient là, blabla. Je te jure, à un moment, j'ai carrément enlevé les notifs. Genre, il y avait un mec qui te spammait.
Ouais, je sais, c'est chiant.
Il y a des trucs, il y a des pioches marshmallow en double. Tu vois,
ouais, c'est les vu. Voilà. C'est qui fait ça alors?
Ah, c'est mon pote. Oh, j'entends le ventilateur à mort en gaz. C'est bizarre.
Attends, je vais le mettre à une puissance. Hop, peut-être que ça fait moins de bruit. Ah ouais, ça fait bien moins de bruit. Là, tu l'entends moi ou pas?
Ouais. Ouais, il fait chaud, mais vu que je suis là depuis... Genre, moi, je suis pas rentré hier ou aujourd'hui, je sais pas quand t'es rentré. Bah, je me suis habitué, du coup, j'ai plus besoin du ventilo.
Mais non,
genre,
mais
le premier jour, j'étais là, aller chercher le ventilo direct chez moi.
Mais tu vois, je l'ai pris à... Je suis allé chercher en courant la manette, du coup, je me suis bien fatigué, mec. Putain, par contre, désolé, mec, je remets niveau 3 parce que sinon ça fait trop chaud.
Mais tu sais que le truc que je t'ai envoyé, je croyais vraiment, genre je voulais pas que mon compte il se fasse supprimer.
Mec, t'es sérieux. Par contre, au début ça va faire rare.
T'as pas été regarder ma vidéo?
Bah mec, tu veux vraiment, mec, je peux pas utiliser la 4G pour regarder une vidéo quand même.
Quoi?
J'utilisais la 4G, mec.
Bah là, mais non, il like, je sais pas.
Ouais, bon. Attends, comment elle s'appelle déjà ton... C'est Gokok?
Bah non, c'est comme il est écrit dans le truc. Par contre, mec, je comprends pas, il y a un gamin de 14 ans qui est dans une team avec
gamin
une
de 14 ans, il est quand même plus grand que moi, ton gamin de 14 ans.
Ouais, mais gros, quand même. T'es mal daron derrière. Oh, toi, tu reviens à la maison tout de suite après. Le daron derrière la meuf, là.
Je parle de qui, là?
Sur, ah, tu regardes pas la voiture?
Ah, bah non, t'es con.
Gros, il y a daron derrière sa fille.
Ah, mais ton live. Attends, je vais liker tes vidéos là. Hop, le robot.
Non, mais like juste les vidéos, les lives, j'en ai rien à foutre.
Ah, mais quoi, tu fais un petit like, hein. Voilà. Sans ça.
Tu sais que là,
il
Isaac,
dans le temps pour live. Quoi?
Tu sais que là, Isaac, il parle dans le temps.
Attends, parce que là, j'ai pas les notifs. Bah non, il a juste dit ah.
Ah.
Ces big games là, ça dure longtemps. Hein. Depuis tantôt, j'ai ça, mec.
De
tu vois, l'écran changement, vérification de la file d'attente des services Epic Games.
Ouais.
Je crois que j'ai pas lancé depuis longtemps, je crois que c'est à cause de ça. Par contre, j'ai muté des nonnes, je sais pas, ça l'a muté tout seul, je crois. Attends, je vais le réactiver. Allô? Ça t'a muté automatiquement, c'est pas moi. Non. Ouais, par contre, là, je l'ai muté manuellement parce que c'était chiant.
Par contre, mec, genre tantôt, tu vois, j'étais dans ma piscine et elle fait 90 cm d'eau, tu vois. Et mon père, je sais pas s'il fout. Il met une bouée, il saute dedans, mais il se prend le sol. Mais moi, je savais pas. Du coup, je fais comme lui, je me prends le sol aussi. Et là, quand je touche, j'ai mal un peu.
Je crois que je vais relancer mon jeu là. On va relancer. Hein. Merde. Attends, hein.
Et là, il
je
désinstalle
même,
le jeu.
Il est failli le faire sans vrai. Là, quand je vais en tout Fortnite, je vois ton live. On regarde la World Cup ensemble.
Ouais, je sais pas. En fait, quand c'est entre les trucs, je regarde pas, mais... Quand ils sont en game, tu vois. Là, dans quelques minutes, il y a... Voilà, là, ils viennent de changer. Là, ils viennent de changer, je crois. En gros, dans quelques minutes, il y a... Attends, je te dis le nom exact. Il y a... Bah, c'est maintenant le Fortnite Pro AM Celebrity. Donc, avec... Là-dedans, il y a... Attends, hein, comment Dwagby. Et le reste, je sais pas. Je connais pas.
Apparemment, il y a Ninja avec Marshmallow.
Ouais.
En vrai, il est fort, hein.
Marshmallow, ouais, il est fort,
Pour un chanteur, ouais. Enfin, pour être
non,
DJ,
mais à mon avis, pendant qu'il fait pas ses chansons, tu vois, parce qu'un chanteur, ça fait pas tout le temps les chansons.
Ouais,
pendant qu'il fait pas ça, il joue, à mon avis. 100%, il s'entraîne.
Et il a quand même la force, mec. Il a la skin spécialement pour lui.
Même Ninja n'a pas ça, tu sais.
Ouais. En fait, non, là, dans la boutique, j'ai m'acheté la Camo World Cup 2019. Et le mai. Attends, parce qu'en fait, là, j'ai pas l'image complète de la boutique.
Mais t'as lancé là, t'es dans le salon?
Non, là, je suis tout le temps dans le charmant, j'ai relancé. Attends, voilà. Je vais m'acheter la World Cup. Non, attends, c'est pas si. Tout à fait. Ah, attends, hein. Ah, il va.
Mais tu sais que la boutique, en 2 minutes, a changé. Hein.
Non, c'est pas en 2 minutes, c'est en quelques heures. Du coup, je vais m'acheter la World Cup 2019, la Camo. Le mec. Le mec démon, là, je sais pas comment il s'appelle. Là, il est en anglais, c'est Asmodus.
Ouais, Asmodée en français.
Ouais, et.
C'est pas une marque de jouets, les jouets Asmodée.
Non.
T'as Giuliano en ami? T'as Giuliano? Rubies.
Attends, je vais voir. Comment il s'appelle?
Rubies.
Alors, je vais dans mes R.
Parce qu'en vrai, sur Fortnite, hein. Parce qu'en vrai, si tu veux rendre une personne heureuse, tu lui offres crabe. Le lendemain, il l'a et il est heureux.
Ça vient de faire. Bah non, je dois l'ajouter sur Fab. Il faut attendre 2 jours.
Pourquoi faut attendre 2 jours?
Bah, pour offrir des cadeaux, il faut être au moins pendant 2 jours amené avec quelqu'un. Voilà, je suis. Ah oui, mec, là. J'avais déjà. Wow, ça a bien changé sa mère. Hein. Je savais pas que le lobby avait changé, mais mec.
Mais ça, c'est juste le temps de la World Cup. Merde. Du coup, t'es content du petit skin que tu m'as dit d'acheter?
Ouais, mais celui-là, je l'aime trop. Et... En fait, parce que là, quand je regarde.
Moi, j'aime pas sa tronche,
les mangas,
ça me fait bizarre, sa tête. Elle me fait trop bizarre sa tête.
En plus, on dirait qu'elle a Sharingan dans l'œil.
C'est quoi Sharingan?
C'est les yeux rouges dans Naruto là.
Ah, je sais pas, je regarde pas le Naruto.
Bah, tu regardais à Boruto.
Ouais, mais je sais pas, j'ai regardé un épisode. Hein.
Mec, what? Ah ouais, non, ouais, c'est pas encore chez D'accord, tous mauvais. Alors, déjà, on t'offre le petit skin. Je t'ai offert le skin dernier jeu. Du coup, je m'achète le skin démon là, oculaire. What? Mec, je vois. Ah non, c'est vrai, c'était. Et la camo.
Ouais. Quoi?
Et j'achète ça. Voilà. Quoi?
Les 7 Deadly Sins. si t'aimes bien.
Ah.
En fait, le premier épisode, il se passe pas grand chose, mais les épisodes d'après.
Là, dans chaque arme que j'ai, là, il y a un camo différent, mec. Et que une camo différente dans la boutique. Important de préciser.
T'es malheureux quand il danse, t'es malheureux, t'es malheureux. T'es malheureux, mon
Attends.
pote.
Attends, je vais faire des skins aussi. En fait, là, j'ai des skins que j'ai pas encore joué parce que c'est toi qui me les as achetés.
Oh, je sais même plus lesquels je t'ai acheté carrément.
Bah, tu m'as acheté la meuf de la mère, là, l'agent secret, je sais pas quoi.
L'agent double, ouais.
Ouais, l'agent double. Attends. Tu m'as acheté la meuf, bah. Tu m'as acheté ça, ouais.
Tu sais
Bah,
que
c'est la
genre
meuf chinoise.
les 14 jours, j'ai attendu le dernier jour pour te faire tous tes défis. Enfin, j'ai fait ceux où il fallait faire des kills dans plusieurs games et tout ça, tu vois. Mais vraiment les défis
pas
super
acheté, mais
faciles,
tu m'as
j'ai
fait
vraiment...
régularité. Et voilà.
Les défis les plus faciles qui pouvaient se faire en une
Je sais pas,
game.
c'est là si je mets Tsuki ou le Pascal. Non, vas-y, je vais mettre le Pascal. Je l'aime pas trop votre Cup, je vais la mettre en mode.
Moi j'aime bien avec ces tatouages là.
J'aime bien sa cadeau.
GTA,
Attends. Hop, j'aime bien sa cadeau. C'est pour ça que j'ai acheté le film. On voit pas en vidéo pour me entraîner, hein. Ça fait assez longtemps que j'ai pas joué.
Attends, alors on va jouer comme ça, si tu veux bien.
Ouais, en cours de community, ça marche. Mais parfois, quand je fais une pause très longtemps, après quand je reviens, je deviens encore plus fort. Je crois pas.
Ah, t'as tout bang, tout le monde t'a ben,
Et comme planeur, je vais mettre Milano. Ça fait longtemps que je l'avais pas mis.
Après, moi j'aime bien le planeur du Pascal.
Je vais en mettre un. What? Ah oui, c'est vrai. Non, ouais, il est pas mal là.
En plus,
Par
il
contre,
a l'air
mec,
pas très grand.
quand je regarde
Ah oui,
la truc de Marshmallow là, la
fais
double,
vite,
quoi.
Ersin, fais vite. Tu vas sur YouTube, tu mets ton compte.
Ah oui,
Non, mais
c'est pour
t'inquiète,
gagner les trucs, ouais, je sais.
Ouais.
Je sais, pour
Et tu
gagner
regardes
le...
20 minutes. Moi, j'ai eu un tag aujourd'hui. Normalement, il y a skin, je
Un
crois qu'ils ont
camo.
dit.
Non, il n'y a pas de
Et
skin,
une
non,
camo.
il n'y a pas de skin, il y a une camo, il y a tag et il y a une musique ou encore un tag, je sais plus. Je sais plus trop. Je l'avais oublié. Attends, du coup, bah, de le faire. Comment on fait
Mais tu
déjà?
regardes pas The Seven Deadly Sins? Bah, ça s'écrit comme ça s'entend. The Seven Deadly Sins.
Comment on fait déjà, mec? On va sur mon compte, ouais. Pour avoir la camo et tout, là, YouTube.
Ah, il faut que. Donc, tu vas sur YouTube, tu cliques
Ouais, je
sur
vais sur
ton
mon
image.
compte. Ouais, je connais,
Tu mets
ouais.
votre chaîne.
Votre chaîne, ouais.
Ah non, 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 attends, on revient.
Non.
C'est attends, c'est
Mais je vois la
paramètres.
World Cup, le petit dessus, tu veux.
Ouais, mais tu peux
Comment on
l'enlever
fait
la World Cup, tu peux l'enlever.
Comment je fais? Il est sauté
Tu
sans rien savoir. Ah oui, arrêtez, ouais, j'ai vu, j'ai vu.
et arrêter la diffusion. Moi, je vais la regarder.
Ah. Non, mec,
Tu vas dans paramètres, puis tu fais compte associé et tu vas sur Epic Games.
Attends, compte
Et
associé.
tu dois regarder 20 minutes de la
Epic
World
Games.
Cup.
Sur YouTube?
Ouais, ouais.
Bah, attends, je vais lancer la vidéo, je vais pas la regarder.
Bah, moi, c'est ce que j'ai fait. Hein.
Ah merde, pourquoi elle est sautée? Bah, ok, ça va.
Je la regardais
attends.
avec un pote sur.
Attends, je vais atterrir là. Hein. Ah ouais, mais ça fait tellement les coups, j'ai pas joué, je pensais à casser avec les légendaires. T'as modifié ma
Non,
sortie?
j'ai rien modifié dans les sensibles.
On dirait que mec, je suis pas habitué à ma propre sensibilité.
Bon, attends, j'arrête la diffusion parce qu'en fait.
Attends, du coup, attends, adresse email. Hop, mot de passe, ah bah c'est jamais. Mémoriser, se connecter. Le baisse ta mère. Ah oui, c'est vrai, hop, voilà. Se connecter, prédirection. Putain, mec, on dirait que ma sensibilité elle est hyper grosse. Attends, je vais la baisser un peu parce que mec, paramètres. Mec, je suis à 900. Ça, normalement, je suis comme ça, et ça, je suis isolé, c'est ça.
The Seven Deadly Sins.
Ah, voilà.
Ouais, c'est un
Ouais,
animé.
c'est tout juste, quoi. Autorisé.
Mais je crois qu'il existe pas en manga, je suis pas sûr.
Je parle à qui
Ah oui,
là
et une nouveauté à Emmerich. Ah, une nouveauté, c'est que si t'as des mini-pods par exemple dans ton stuff et que tu passes sur un autre stack de mini-pods, bah ça va te remplir. Genre t'as pas besoin de faire carré, ça te le prend automatiquement.
Carré.
Bah pour ramasser les trucs.
Ah oui,
Genre
ok,
si tu
j'ai
veux ramasser
compris.
des mini-pods, bah t'es plus obligé de faire ta touche.
En plus, on dirait que j'ai vu quelque chose avec quand tu réanimes quelqu'un, quand tu désactives et que tu réanimes directement, ça va reprendre d'où t'es. Est-ce vrai? Voilà, je baisse le son. On va laisser regarder sur mon téléphone. Voilà.
Regarde, je suis au toit du passé.
Ah oui, bonjour.
Je suis le vieux pirate, toi t'es le mec du futur.
Attends, je recule un peu ma chaise, ça fait chaud, c'est à cause de ça. Ok, on va
merci. Ah bah non, c'est bon, t'as moins de shield que moi. En plus, j'ai un feu de corps.
Bon, donne-toi tout. Pourquoi t'as pris les dégâts?
Ah, tiens. Putain. J'ai ça.
Bah, c'est là, tu peux regarder.
Bah ouais, je sais.
Bah, y'en a deux en fait.
Ah.
Y'a une gourde. Ah ouais.
Bah, regarde ma vie et redis-moi ça. Je t'en prie.
Ouais, j'ai vu. Putain, mais ça produit toi, après je me vois avec tout, c'est pas
normalement, je me dis un peu plus vite.
Le nouveau pompe tactique, il est bien ou pas?
Non, il pue. Ah, le nouveau pompe tactique, ouais, moi je le trouve bien, mais non, il y en a qui disent qu'il pue la merde. Je pensais que tu parlais du pompe à 12 balles là, lui il pue la merde.
Bah mec, je sais que je l'avais déjà joué, tu te rappelles pas. Je t'avais dit il puait la merde, t'as dit non, ça va pas, bien.
Bah
en fait,
ouais.
c'est bien vers
en fait, au début, il était bien parce que
c'est bien vers ta game,
il mettait le même dégâts, mais là.
Mais début de game, quand tu l'as, parce que déjà début de game, t'as quasi pas de balles. Et surtout quand tu utilises la pompe qui mitraille et que tu utilises 12 balles pour tuer quelqu'un, mec, vraiment pas top. Ah, bon, voilà,
Attends, il y a des mini-pods.
Ouais, c'est du coup, là, j'ai lancé sur mon téléphone la World Cup. Et après 20 minutes, là, je vais le savoir.
Là, tu reviens dans le lobby après 20 minutes et normalement, tu as le tag. Ouais.
Il y a aussi une camo. Je crois que c'est un autre truc pour la camo.
Ouais, mais je crois que c'est demain.
Ouais. Ah, ils l'ont sorti que aujourd'hui?
Non, ça faisait déjà beaucoup de temps que tu pouvais connecter ton compte. Mais
Bah, tu avais vu le teaser, enfin j'avais vu la pub. Attends, je rechange ma sensibilité, mec, putain.
Il y a la zone.
Ça. Ouais,
moi je vais à la zone.
Ça va, essayer toujours construire. Merde, c'est moi qui fais hop.
Moi maintenant je joue plus, enfin je joue spécial construit, mais je veux dire je joue avec des touches personnalisées.
Ouais, avant aussi moi pour modifier j'ai mis R3.
Ah oui, ici le monstre, fais une danse contre lui, fais une danse.
Sa tête, c'est sa tête, non?
Non, tu peux même la faire ici si tu veux. Tu l'as fait sur le monstre.
Ça a des petits de quoi? C'est l'anniversaire?
Ultime effort.
Ah oui, il y a Ultime effort qui est sorti, ça. Je pensais pour la série comme ça. J'ai une arme bleue. Oh, ça va, on peut build dessus.
Ouais, mais il y a la zone là.
Ouais, c'est...
La zone, elle est là.
C'est bon, je suis pas aussi trop garant.
Ouais, mais pour te dire à combien de mètres tu es, quoi.
Ouais, bon, 250. Je vais prendre je vais danser près du gâteau. Qui est là.
Il est où le gâteau? Ah ouais, il est là. Il est là le gâteau.
C'est. Ah, y'a un gars. On va discuter, mec.
J'ai eu.
Non, il y a encore un autre
rafale, mon gars.
Il y a encore un autre gars en fait.
C'est bon?
Ouais, j'ai fait.
T'as dansé?
Ouais, j'ai dansé aussi. J'ai tout fait. Ouais, mais par contre, pour mon shoot, je crois que je dois jouer 1 heure ou quoi. Enfin, je dois faire quelques games. Peut-être que cette game, mon shoot va retenir. Par contre, en fait, j'ai tiré avec la K dessus, j'ai touché 0 fois. Par contre, de près, avec la Thompson, j'ai mis que des têtes. En fait.
Je te dis peut-être des
Tout
trucs
ça...
que tu sais déjà, mais ils ont remis le pompe-chasse. Ils ont enlevé le snipe seal.
Ah, par contre, le snap si je le fais pas. Mais tu sais qu'ils ont remis coup par coup, je l'ai. Je sais pas si j'ai totalement.
Ils ont remis le snipe coup par coup, du coup, vu que tu l'as.
Ouais.
Ils ont remis le revolver du premier du jeu.
Ouais, j'ai vu. Ouais, j'ai vu. Il y a encore un ennemi.
Ouais, et puis je sais pas.
Ah, ça, mon truc est hyper beaucoup ça. Enfin, à peu près. Par contre, j'aime toujours la carte.
Attends, je course. C'est celui que j'ai tué. Je l'ai déjà tué.
Bah, en fait, après, je voulais pas prendre le réseau. Ah, quoi? J'ai essayé de jouer.
Non, viens, il est sorti ici, aux maisons.
Mais moi, je voulais juste la faire. Ah, oui, j'ai vu. Attends, peut-être avec. Ah, ok.
Je lui ai mis 2 balles.
Ouais, j'ai vu. Oh, mec! Mec, j'ai touché quelqu'un dans le ciel. J'ai tué comme ça, et je l'ai eu. Enfin, je l'ai pas tué, j'ai eu envie de toucher le mec. Mec, j'aurais tellement dû filmer, il avait du shield, mec. Il était en l'air comme ça, t'as tourné, j'ai tiré. Mec, je l'ai eu, je suis trop fier de moi. Mec.
Il revient de vacances, il met des noscopes.
Non, c'était pas un noscope, je visais quand même.
Ah, il y a.
Attends, je la vis.
Il y a save.
Ouais, c'est elle qui a vite, ouais. J'allais dire. Et la vitesse.
Par contre, il spam. Lui, il a toujours pas perdu ses.
Ouais, ok. Par contre, j'aime trop la camo. Il y en a qui l'aiment pas, mais qui une camo verte, moi j'aime bien.
Moi, j'aimais pas trop. En fait, j'aimais bien, mais juste sur le quad. Mais je vois payer 300 pour une camo verte. Enfin, pour une camo pour la mettre que sur un truc.
Bah non. Ouais, alors. Tu peux mettre sur tout, hein.
Ouais, mais je veux dire, moi, je la préférais que sur. Pendant point, parce qu'Arsene, il est revenu, il a un peu perdu.
J'ai plus compris.
Ah, bah c'est pas que t'as plus de construit en fait, c'est qu'ils ont cassé la base.
Non, j'ai quand même plus de construit en fait.
Ah bah viens, attends, je vais t'en passer.
Non, ça va. Je vais garder ici, tu vois, je dois pouvoir m'en sortir. Bah non, il revient là. Non, le 31. C'est le 11. Ça, mec. J'ai plus ma... Musique, ça va, il y a peu revenu. J'ai plus mes réflexes. Vous connaissez bien à mes réflexes et moi, voilà. Hop, ça 13.
Tu vas où toi?
Mec, en vrai,
il est allé où lui?
C'est quoi essayer de du coup me mettre sa mère en fait?
Quoi? Faire des éliminations avec un ami, c'est en gros tu dois lui mettre une balle et ton pote le termine. Ou l'inverse.
Bonjour.
Voilà, genre là t'as fait une élie avec un ami. Non, c'est ton défi.
Ouais, ok. Et c'est un défi de quoi?
D'ultime effort encore.
Je m'en fous d'ultime effort, tu sais.
Bah t'as des styles à développer. Moi je le fais juste pour les styles en vrai.
Je le dis pas, ça sert à rien.
Bah moi c'est pour avoir tous les styles du jeu.
Tu sais, j'avais passé le temps que je pars, j'avais passé mon compte à Tom. Et tu vois, il m'a acheté des skins, enfin j'ai demandé pour qu'il m'achète des skins. Et du coup là j'ai le skin que j'ai pas encore joué. Et c'est bleu.
Oh le fils de chien, prod par derrière.
Oh y'a Marshmallow. Ouais. Ouais, c'est chaud ça. Bah mec.
Ouais mais en même temps ils se disent ouais, ça fait plus d'argent tu vois.
T'es revenu peut-être? Ouais. La limité. Par contre, tu peux quand même laisser des têtes, ça fait. Il est mis 30. Et tu sais, j'ai fait ma première game en Fortnite, j'ai fait un truc de malade. J'ai tiré sur quelqu'un qui était en planeur avec un snipe.
Fais gaffe, il y a un mec avec un roquette qui te vise.
Mais j'ai pas fait exprès.
J'ai pas de build. Ça me tire dessus derrière, mais oui. Ça fait tout le temps ça, pourquoi je fais pas attention?
Attends, il y a quelqu'un qui me tire dessus là, je vais le baisser. Merde, oh merde, bombardement. Et mec, attends, il y a des bombardements partout, c'est normal. Ah, ça c'est sûr avant que tu meurs.
J'ai déjà
Et le but est déjà là. Je te tue avant que tu meurs. Toujours la banane genre du tir. Hein.
Bah ouais, on a toujours la banane.
Oh bah le nouveau compactif qui est testé.
Sinon, vous, ça va ou ça a été vos vacances?
Voilà. Ouais, j'ai... En fait, à moi, il m'avait... Tu sais, à fois qu'on se parle dans le groupe, il m'avait dit, ouais, mon Turkish, ça va, c'est pas trop manquer. Ah ouais, avec un groupe, mais tu sais... Quoi? En vrai, ça va, le nouveau complété. Mais tu gagnes qu'une seule tête pour la soirée avec eux. Mais putain! Bah, on devait rester plus longtemps, mais il y a eu de la fight entre mes parents. Enfin, pas mes parents, mais. Non, pas vraiment des problèmes familiales. On va dire les ennemis familiales, tu vois, ils sont vite. Il y a eu la merde.
Ils ont fait chouchou, motherfucker.
En plus, partout où on est allé en Turquie, il y a eu un problème. Attends, en temps, on est allé dans le village familial, tu vois. Et ils sont débarqués là, il y a eu de la fight. Après, on est allé dans un hôtel, tu vois. C'est tellement la merde. On est allé dans un hôtel et là, ma soeur, tu sais, il y avait un aquapark, tu vois. Tu vois, il est toboggan en mode tuyau, là. Et bah, quand elle est passée là-dedans, quand elle est ressortie, mec, elle saignait du crâne. Il y avait vraiment beaucoup de sang qui sortait, c'était cogné la tête à l'intérieur. Du coup, là-bas, on n'a même pas pu rester dans l'hôtel. On est reparti. Et après... ouais, voilà, quoi. Mais putain...
Chaque année,
en fait,
ils vont en Turquie, il ne se passe rien. Cette année, c'est le drame.
Mais par contre, avec mon cousin, mec, on a fait des trucs de malade, mec. Tu vois, moi, on était posés dans le salon comme ça, on s'est baladé sur Instagram avec le wiki du WhatsApp, tu vois. Et tu vois, et tu vois, comme ça, on prenait comme ça. Et à un moment, moi, j'ai trouvé une petite passée café, j'étais en train de jouer avec. Et mon cousin, il avait pété en même temps. Et du coup, moi, j'ai l'idée de malade de faire la flûte avec mon cul, tu vois. Du coup, j'ai mis la flûte vers mon cul. Et mon père était silencieux. Et il y a eu le bruit de la flûte qui a joué. Et du coup, mec, j'ai vraiment fait de la flûte avec mon cul. Je te jure, mec.
La logique, c'est...
Oh mec, ça va, mon pala il revient lentement. Tom, ça va, je crois qu'après on pourra aller en... Eh mais c'était pas faire 50 les ports de prime.
Si, mais ils l'ont des circulations.
Je crois que là on pourra aller au duo, c'est un peu amélioré. Oh tu vois quoi, faut.
Là ça a toujours pas commencé
La faille.
Non, la truc...
La faille du World Cup quoi.
Non, la compétition avec Dogby. Normalement Dogby, normalement il joue. Maintenant.
C'est vrai qu'il y a des bugs. Ah ouais, bah... J'ai eu le tag. Ah, bah j'ai aussi ton écran.
Non, c'est un ventilateur.
Non, ça ouais, c'est un ventilateur. Et demain, je vais m'acheter le micro PlayStation à 50 € avec le skin. Fortnite. Et on va mettre un truc un peu métallique, le satellite. On peut faire team pastel enfin. Bah ouais, parce que je suis pas trop chaud, voilà. c'était pas le flush, c'était le flush à une main. Hein.
C'était trop
C'était pas
facile.
le flush. Bah, moi je me suis pas acheté, j'avais pas trop envie. Ouais, quand même, ouais, quand même. Hein.
Atomiser mon pote.
On va pas se le. Par contre, la danse
Non, en
verte,
vrai, en soi,
du
il était
siècle,
style,
là,
le monstre.
il était moche. Non,
Il
ouais,
était style.
il était moche, mec. Hein. Moi, je trouve qu'il était moche.
Il était style.
Pour, le truc du robot, moi, j'ai rien acheté. Hein. À part la cape. Enfin, c'est Tom qui m'a acheté, j'ai demandé.
Ouais. Celle qu'il a
Bah,
dans
la
le
cape
dos.
bannière. Elle est trop bien, mec.
Ouais.
Ouais, en fait, non, ouais, c'est. Ouais, bah, ouais. Bah, ouais, logique. C'est là, en fait, on peut mettre la bannière du robot avec. Et aussi des autres bannières.
Ouais. Mais de toute façon,